record on computer. So that's why I wanted to switch to the computer.
Right.
I wanted to be able to record it on a computer.
Beautiful.
Hey.
Hi, here we are.
Thanks for your patience.
Oh,
So yeah, so that's and this is funny because the friend that was going, Christina, she and I have been friends for I think now like 5 or 6 years. And it's just been like a blessed friendship, and I don't know how to stop these freaking notifications. So oops. Oh wait, hold on, someone's here. Who's here? I bet it's Catherine.
I know. I just
Wouldn't it be funny if it's Catherine? Is that Catherine or Sarah? Let's see who's here. Hello.
Hi.
Ooh, 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 ooh. We were just about to start too. So whoever it is, divine timing. Who did I say it was? I think it's Catherine. Catherine or Sarah. Who is that? Or both. Or maybe it's like psychically. Show your face, girl.
Hi there. Who just joined?
It was so funny because I know I want to get to know you two more, and I feel like there's so much more to unfold,
We'll talk.
We have still like a session to do together too.
Yes.
So I would like to know who joined our call before we start calling in the circles. If you could just let us know who you are. La la la. La la la. La la la. So
All right. Well, there was
I
a
don't know
mystery
what's
person.
I know, like mystery person.
All right.
Yeah, I know it's kind of bothering me. Like I like that little control person in me.
Well, whoever is meant to have the information is here.
Exactly. I mean, they wouldn't have gotten it if they weren't in that Facebook group. So
there we go. Yeah, I haven't really put out the Zoom there, so
yeah. All right. Well, we're starting to. Well, you know what? I'll just let them announce themselves when they feel like they want to. Okay. I want to make sure that we're all, because we want to keep this to an hour, no more than like an hour. Oh, is it? I'm not showing my face. Oh, it's okay. Okay, great. You don't have to show your face. Totally cool. Okay, thank you. Totally cool. All right. I just want to know who it was. All right, cool. We can commence.
Someone you know? Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. I just put a
great.
little bit of the native music in the background. Hi, everyone that's watching, and welcome to this sacred space we're creating to bring in the beautiful white buffalo calf woman. So I am going to start by ceremoniously opening the circle and then talking a little bit about her and her spirit and what she brings for us, and then give it over to Dina. All right. So I just wanted to, I'll make sure I show you this. This is a little altar we have created. So we have, of course, we have the eagle feather, and we have fire, air, water, and we have the eagle and turkey feathers here. And I have some tobacco to offer the white buffalo calf woman. And I'm going to open up my chanupa, my pipe here. And we're going to call in. As we set up this sacred space today, we call in the golden and silver angelic light. We call in the 7 archangels. We call in the ascended masters. We ask for complete protection so that only beings of light are allowed in the space, and anything that is not of the light is not allowed in the space. We're clearing our spaces where we are and our bodies with the violet flame to release everything from the day so that we become clean vessels of light. And now we call in the directions. We call in the keepers of the East. The keepers of the East. Please come in, dear eagle. Please come in with your wisdom. We call in the keepers of the South, the protector spirits, the ancestors. Archangel Michael, please come into this space. You're welcome. Thank you. We call in the keepers of the West. In harvest time right now, we call you in. We ask for your spirits to come through. Please come in. Bring in your creativity. Thank you. We call in the keepers of the North. We call in the spirit world, the wisdom keepers. Please come in and be present with us right now. The eagle, the condor, the hummingbird. We call in all of you. Thank you. We call in the four elements. We call in fire. Come into our hearts and light and ignite the wisdom and knowledge for us. We call in the waters. Come in and teach us how to be in the flow and nourish us and soothe and ease our emotions. We call in the element of air to bring us messages from spirit and allow us to speak your messages. We call in Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, Pachamama. Please come in and ground our spirits so that we may bring in the messages of spirit into this plane for all of us to benefit from this. Whatever you have to say, so we can bring in the messages of how we can further this new world, this new era that is being brought in. And we call in Father Sky, Kashu, the Great Spirit, Wankatanka. We call you in to please be present and to us now and bring in your messages. Thank you. All right. Thank you. The circle is now open.
Thank you.
Mother White Buffalo Calf Woman, the bringer of the ways to the people of the seven fires. We call you in today. Thank you for coming and gracing us with your presence. Please speak to us. So White Buffalo Calf Woman, our elder, her story is so beautiful. When the people of the Dakota Plains were starving and they were all separated and just not being able to find their light. And there were these two men who were walking, tired after their hunt, without much, and just almost about to pass out. They see this beautiful figure of this woman, almost angelic being. She is fully dressed in white, and she has even white hair, they say. She's just white, and they see her. And both men have completely different reactions. One man understands her sacredness and bows down in reverence. And then another man is enchanted by her beauty, but he just wants to possess her. So he goes and steps forward to try to do that. And as soon as he moves towards her, he falls down and becomes a pile of dust and bones. She is the divine. She is here to help, but she will not be looked at as an object of desire and simply that. So The second man bows down to her in reverence and she tells him, tell your people, I bring you the sacred pipe and the ways of the sacred pipe that will bring you in unity and that will bring you messages that are important for you. And you will never starve again, for you will have so much abundance. And so she brings us the Lakota, the sacred pipe. This pipe, known as Chanupa, is so sacred to the ways of the Lakota because it is through this pipe. There are two pieces to it, the male and the female piece. And when you bring it together and you put the sacred tobacco mixed with red willow is what she brought. And when you smoke this pipe, this smoke is meant to send your messages to the spirit world. And that is the function of the sacred Chanupa. So we're going to light the sacred Chanupa, and as we light the Chanupa, we're going to sing. There is a song of the Chanupa. So I'm going to play that song so we can all sing it together and bring in our messages to the spirit. Yeah. Okay. So with the song of the pipe and the chanupa, we call in the energies of the white buffalo calf woman. Ite hinkala chanupa vinyan, the buffalo calf pipe woman. Thank you for coming and blessing our lands. And she brings us to the emotion of gratitude, because after she left, the land was full of so many buffalo, and they never had to come to a point where they starved, but they had to work with that buffalo clan in gratitude, because they couldn't just go killing every buffalo, because then they would become extinct and they would never again have that. So they had to find the fine balance between, yes, we use every part of the buffalo and we give it gratitude for feeding us, for clothing us, for helping us build our homes, but only the few, and then just let the rest roam the lands so that they never become extinct. So she teaches us about the balance in the cycles of life, in the cycles of spring and summer and autumn and harvest season, and harvesting, but at the same time remembering to leave enough for next year, to be in complete gratitude for what comes. So I would bring in the message from her for each of you to find, what is it that you are grateful for today? As you drop your consciousness into your heart space, think about what it is that you are grateful for. Even if it doesn't feel like much, but just give gratitude for a situation even which is difficult. And as you feel gratitude for all the aspects of that situation and what it came to teach you, all the people involved in the situation and what energy and learning they brought, the energy towards that completely transforms. Remember that we are simply light beings wearing this costume, walking this earth. And every situation is here to either bring us joy or teach us something. And as we learn from it and as we grow, we do not need to take that and learn that lesson again, because we learned it this time around. So how do you best deal with the situation? To act out of it with grace, with what is the higher road to take care of. Remember the two men, they represent, you see this beautiful woman in the middle of the desert that you haven't seen in a while. Do you just go try to grab her and just, just consume her for yourself? Or do you bow down in reverence and gratitude and listen to what the situation and the person is bringing to you? Because that if you just listened, you could gain so much more than that impulsive act. That is the message. Dina, I'm gonna give it to you too.
Thank you so much. First, I want to share with you what came through while I was listening to you. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, that is beautiful. Ooh, it's giving me the chills.
Yeah. I feel that these are codes from her that were coming through. And I feel I'm gonna just tune into so the intention was to read some of the initiation from the White Buffalo Woman chapter from the Sophia Code book, and I'm going to a little bit, but I first want to just channel some light language from her first, using these codes that were in this drawing. And I want to express gratitude for all the ways that she shows up and shows us how to love with grace and how to be resourceful and show gratitude for all that we receive, and being wise and listening and opening our hearts and listening to the hearts of others as well as ourselves. Eshania lakati shalatoza yinayi. Aisha yina uku wakai kawa. Sauna yi lata isana uwala. Si la tutu jina. You carry a wisdom within you already that sometimes each person forgets of the wisdom that is streaming through them, that they sometimes get lost in the messages of others, that they forget to listen to the wisdom of their own heart. And being still and present is enough so that you can receive messages of love and grace and receive what is necessary for you to make the next steps. Usalati shanantaya lo asai. Thank you.
Mhm. That's beautiful.
Thank you. So I feel like this is about the tree of wisdom,
Mhm.
and like going within and nurturing yourself and your community, and like the balance of the giving and the receiving, and the listening and the speaking.
Mm.
And I just feel like there was a lot in there. I'm curious what you, because
Mm.
you know
Yeah.
that's what I feel that message was.
Yes. You know what I'm seeing in where the curve goes down, that tree and the roots go so far down. And as we stay sturdy within our own consciousness, within our own integrity, the more we stay steady within our own integrity, the longer our branches can stem out to support others. And for all of us light workers that are always reaching out to help everybody else, remember to stand in your own integrity, to ground deeply, and to really stand your ground in almost like a, but and still be in the flow, like the balance, like you were talking about, between the masculine and the feminine inside of you. to stand your ground, to really know how to be deeply rooted in your integrity, and to also flow when needed, because as you flow, you're able to listen to the cues of nature. At this point in time, it's so important that we listen and take quick action and be flexible so that we are protected from whatever is coming, and that you're always in a safe and protected space. And as your guides are showing you that you're listening, so you can be saved from whatever is happening, but at the same time finding that home or sturdiness or grounding wherever you are within your own body, and honoring every part of your body, every bone, every, all parts of it, and grounding these new energies into the physical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have a question for April. Do you have the Sophia Code book?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, have you ever heard of it?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So just a brief little history on this book. It has chapters of it was channeled by a woman named Kyra, and in Mount Shasta, and she wound up channeling all of this whole book, and it's do you want to it's so it starts with her talking about her channeling experience, and then each chapter has there's one for Isis, there's one for Kuan Yin. Each one of these sacred divine masters are part of the Sophia tribe, and Sophia being the mother of all creation. And so Buffalo White Calf Woman is one of them, and she's one of the chapters in here towards the end. So for each, there's 2 chapters for each ascended master. There's the chapter that like she tells her story, and then the following chapter is the initiation. And so I will be reading from the initiation part. And so that's what we do. So I'll probably just be reading it for like about 20 minutes. You have the book as well, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, we can both read it. And as
I just don't have it with me
you don't
right
have,
now.
I can read it, and you guys can listen.
Yes.
And then we'll see how far we get, and then I could schedule another call to finish it, depending on how far we get, because we were going to go till 8 o'clock Eastern time. How's that sound?
Okay.
Okay. It's a little different for someone coming into it without knowing anything about this book, but I feel like you'll feel into the energy of it and just see what it feels. I guess just feel into it. What it. And you must be here for a reason.
Oh, it was beautiful. It's been beautiful. Everything you've talked about.
Oh,
Definitely.
good. Okay. Well, I do want to share, like, so I want to make sure that I pronounce your name correct.
Meher. You can just call me Meher.
Meher.
Yes.
We just recently were introduced to each other from a mutual friend, and and I was already planning on doing this tonight, and she happens to already be an expert with white cat. Oh my God, I'm like having a mouth.
White Buffalo Calf Woman.
White Buffalo Calf Woman, and like, oh my God! So I invited her to join with me to do this ceremony with me and whoever wanted to show up for it. And I've been running this group for about a little bit over a year, and then I took a break from the readings of the chapter, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, I got to do White Buffalo Calf Woman, and boom, she shows up in my life. So It's like, you know, so anyway, so I promised that we would be done around 8-ish tonight. So without further ado, I'm gonna go to the initiation part of this. Where did it go? Where is it? I have all these markings in it. Just wanted to give you a little catch up of here. So I'm gonna do prayer as an act of self-realization. I now prepare a ceremonial space within and around me for transformation. I call forth a circle of white light that shimmers with the sky blue iridescent sheen. I call forth an 8-pointed star of golden light to rise up from the earth beneath me. I connect the 8 points of this star along the circumference of my circle as a light grid that deeply anchors my feet into the earth. I am now in ceremony, free from the constructs of space and time where instantaneous healing and divine knowing exists. I am now standing within the center of my circle, in the middle of a golden meadow. The meadow is vast and bordered by large cedar and fir trees in the distance. I feel the power of the earth running up the meridians of my legs. The earth's energies unifies my awareness with everything that lives in the golden meadow. The sun above me reflects off the snowy peaks of mighty Mount Shasta before me. Her rocky crevices of innumerable pathways leads my eyes to the blue sky above. The massive size of the mountain focuses my gaze in still wonder. A single lenticular cloud crowns the mountain's peak as a glowing white halo. The air is crisp with autumn and the sun feels warm upon my face. I feel taller in the presence of this mountain. The air feels electrified by Mount Shasta, and I recognize her as my teacher. I can learn everything about the earth from her direct guidance. Breathing in, my chest rises in anticipation of an unknown prayer. Breathing out, I exhale any resistance I have to knowledge, knowing my true self more. Breathing in, I take confidence in the sanctuary of this moment. I watch as her eyes frequently change color above her peaceful smile. She gently unties a bundle and invites me to look down at the instrument in my hands. It is the most beautiful chinunpa that I have ever seen. Its stem is made of white meteorite with many eagle wings carved as angels down its sides. The red pipestone bowl is carved as a dragon's head whose open mouth is filled with the medicine of my own prayer, of my new prayer. A single white bald eagle feather hangs from the pipe stem, dancing lightly upon a gentle breeze. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. White buffalo woman motions to me that it is now time to smoke this pipe. In gratitude, I raise it to the sky above me and acknowledge the 8 directions. I honor all my relations praying with me and then bring it to my lips. As I gaze down the white meteorite stem, I witness every unspoken prayer for my future awaiting within the universe of the dragon-shaped bowl. I do not have to understand how this is, so for my heart knows. White buffalo woman smiles at my reflection and tiny lightning bolts roll down her cheeks. She places her hands over the bowl and lightning releases from her palms, lighting a sacred fire for the Chinunpa to smoke. As I smoke the chanupa, wave after wave of relief fills my body. With each breath in, I remember how my higher self has perfectly orchestrated every moment of my life before this moment and will continue to do so with this new prayer. As the holy smoke billows into tiny white clouds around me, a deep appreciation fills my body for the perfection and beauty of all life. My heart expands into the intimacy available in this present moment. I feel the universe within my heart. I feel the divine love of White Buffalo Woman mentoring me in this moment. I feel the love within all of creation praying with my heart inside this pipe. Within the universe of my prayer, I witness that I am at its center. All that is seeking to harmonize and unify with the highest outcome for all my prayers to be answered beyond my human understanding. At the heart of that divine orchestration is the greatest love that I've ever felt for myself. This is divine love. This divine love is the quantum fabric of Sophia, and it is big enough to answer every prayer, easily containing, sustaining, and nourishing the expanding universe of all her children within her one sacred heart. I witnessed the immaculate formula of experiencing the totality of divine love through the physicality of answered prayers. Receiving my answered prayers is the perfect mirror of how loved I am, how whole I am, and how I can love others in the same way. I witness how worthy my desires are. This unending wanting for more life, more experience, more pleasure, more love. For these prayers of my soul expand the universe in an ongoing dialogue between myself and Sophia. She designed me in her perfect likeness. Therefore, I am a creator, just as she is. And with this chanupa in my hand, I remember that it is my true nature to command the rains to fall or the sun to shine, and so it is. Yes, indeed, there is plenty of room in her universe for me. As the last curls of smoke rise up from my lips, a great peace descends upon the landscape of my heart. I stare into the empty bowl of the dragon's mouth and feel its silent wisdom speaking to my heart. I look down at this holy pipe with appreciation and awe for its medicine in my life. Its presence reminds me that I am always in prayer. Whether I acknowledge that prayer or not, I am the prayer, and this chanupa has been my teacher of how to live inside my own prayer. I close my eyes and pull the empty chanupa towards my heart, pressing the dragon mouth bowl into my belly and resting its stem upon my forehead. I whisper, Mitakuye Ayasin, into the meteorite stem to close my prayer. White Buffalo Woman steps forward, placing her hands on my shoulders. My consciousness expands to become one with her voice. I brought this pipe to the people of humanity as an answer to their prayers, who know who it is within them, both making the prayer and answering the prayer. The physical instrument of the chanupa is a mirror for humanity to remember that the Holy Spirit within lives within all and has the power to communicate with all for the purpose of receiving all answered prayer. I have returned at this time to assist humanity once again in its evolutionary leap of understanding itself inside this prayer. And I'm also offering, this is cacao, by the way, which also symbolizes Pachamama. Oh, I forgot to share that. Did you want to say something?
No, this is just a very beautiful. It has been a while since I've read this, so thank you for that reminder.
I love reading it. That's actually how this all started. I'm gonna read a little bit more, and probably just like this little section, which is about a page and a half, and then we'll stop and we'll just like kind of close out. Because it's gonna take more than one call to do this.
Yes.
Okay, so where was I? I watch as her eyes frequently change. Did I already say that? Wait a second. I think I lost where I am. Oh boy. Oh, okay, I know where I am. Okay. Thank you. Okay. As you consciously live within your own prayer, you become a teaching embodiment for humanity to understand its perfect blueprint as a living Chanupa, capable of commanding miracles for new golden earth. Humanity will only know that its prayer is possible from those willing to walk in this world as an embodiment of the pipe's teachings on integrity. As you accept yourself as a living Chanupa, you trust yourself as a vehicle for speaking and answering prayers, just as you have trusted the vehicle of a Chanupa to answer your prayers in the past. The complete teaching of any sacred instrument is to eventually become so integrated within you that the instrument itself becomes understood as a symbol of what is already within you. Everything outside of you is a mirror for your own self-realization that the Holy Spirit lives within you in perfect wholeness and power, capable of answering the prayers of your life in exact detail. So I offer you this Chanupa made by the sky grandmothers as a physical reflection of the living Chanupa that already exists within you as a sacred light worker. This stem is made of a meteorite to represent the answered prayer of your journey from the stars to fulfill the earthly prophecies once spoken with the gift of this pipe to humanity. In honor of your heroic journey to embody an answered prayer and usher in a new golden age of miracles, I speak these blessings upon you. May you walk the earth in perfect peace, that you are worthy of who you are. May you walk the earth in perfect peace, that the prayer of your life is provided for you in all ways. May you walk the earth in perfect peace, that it is safe to command miracles and receive their blessings. May you walk the earth in perfect peace, that everything you are praying for already exists inside you. May you walk the earth in perfect peace, that living your prosperous life encourages others to live their own. May you walk the earth in perfect peace, that the expression of your personal power is a demonstration of divine love. May you walk the earth in perfect peace, that your good word ensures that it is done. May you walk the earth in perfect peace, that the Holy Spirit lives within you. May you walk the earth in perfect peace, that your life prayer is to reflect the Holy Spirit within all who seek to remember their divinity. May you walk the earth in perfect peace, that you are the answered prayer that you seek. So I'm gonna stop on that note. What's really, really interesting is that I was messaging with April shortly before this call. I had no idea April was going to join this call. And I met her recently because I donated one of my services for a friend's fundraiser, and she donated and she won the bid of my service, and that's how we met. And so I just said, I'm just looking to find the way to have the funds to go to Virginia to be at an event. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh. And she's like, how can I help? And I'm like, I really don't know yet. I was like, maybe you could just post a testimonial about the service. And she did. And like, as I'm reading this, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like all I have to do. Reading this is so divinely aligned, because it's like believing in the miracle that everything that, everything is happening in the divine plan, and the worthiness of asking, and the worthiness of, being who we are, and the word of our prayer, and believing that it'll be answered. It's just beautiful timing. And so I feel like I do feel like sometimes we receive what we don't even know we're asking for, like, and why is it being even better than what we asked for? Like the two of you being here on this call, so, and I just love reading this book, and I love reading out loud. And that's how this book club started, because I just wanted to read this out loud with whoever wanted to read it with me, and learn about the ceremony of it as we went together. And that's why I created this group, was just to have people to read this book with.
Yeah. And it is truly beautiful. Just such a beautiful reminder of every aspect of our lives. Thank you for doing that, Dina. Really
Thank you. And thank you for both being here. And I'd love to hear from both of you. And I don't know if you want to close the circle and then we can share.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just going to see if there are any last words that come from White Buffalo Calf Woman. Would you please speak? At this time on earth, it's a very pivotal time, another time of bringing in the oneness once again. The native people have been through so much that their hearts have been hardened. When they opened their hearts to the people of the West, and they came and they invited them into their home and their ceremonies, and then they were just completely, we would like to, all of us, to just take a moment to honor all of the elders that have passed in war, in sacrifice, and all of the souls that have suffered. And just, we ask that the angels open a portal of light and give them a chance to float upward and take the light. And just like them, so many on earth have suffered for eons of timelines. The Sophia, the Magdalene archetype, all of us have had our own type of suffering, where instead of being honored as the sacred feminine, we have been labeled as so many different things, and the wounds of abandonment run deep within this archetype. And we ask that the light once again come through and the light. And we ask all of you, each and every one of you, to place the wounds from your heart, take them out of your heart and place it into this portal of light. Allow the anger and the sadness to go. Allow the forgiveness to come through. Allow the release of these deep ancient wounds that run inside of you to go into the portal of light and release it, because it is only after this gets cleared that the unity can come through. The unity between the masculine and the feminine, both within you and outside of you. Truly, 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 through this light, through this, just allow your wounds to be filled with light so that they slowly and steadily release themselves. Remember that all of us need to come together at this time, because Gaia is going to undergo this transition and we need to stick together, which is what the age of Aquarius is all about the communities coming together, about all of us coming together and truly bringing in the light through our own example, through our own embodiment, not from the outside. You know, we can attend circles and we can listen to meditations and we can take classes, but the true light comes from within you. And the union of the divine masculine and feminine also means the union of your heart and your mind. Your consciousness and your physical body. Do not ignore your physical bodies. Remember the lesson of the buffalo. Every part is important. The bone of the buffalo, every part is so important. The consciousness resides in your cells. As you release your wounds, your cells get filled with light. And this is the consciousness that you embody. And this is the consciousness that you ground. For you on earth are doing the work that needs to be done. Only you are the ones who can bring this new earth into fruition by honoring all parts of yourself completely and fully, letting go of the past and allowing the new to come through.
Thank you.
You're the ones you've been waiting for. Okay.
Thank you so much. Yes, I can hear them. Thank you so much. It was so beautiful. Wow.
Thank you for moving the energy so effectively. I was actually feeling it in my heart as you were moving.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I'm going to go back and watch it again because I want that to move.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't like, it just happens, you know?
Yeah, it's your light language. Thank you, Dina. Dina is, I'm going to close the circle so we can have our discussion. So once again, we thank all the spirits that came through, our ancestors, our spirit guides, the archangels, the ascended masters, and beautiful white buffalo calf woman, honorable white buffalo calf woman. We thank you so much for coming through and speaking through us. We thank you for bringing us the message of union and gratitude and grounding and just the strength of being in our physical. Thank you. And we now release the 4 directions and the elements to go back to their stations, and we ask our protector guides to stay with us. We thank you all for being part of the ceremony and bringing in your hearts with you. The circle is now closed.
Thank you. Well,
Yeah.
that's really, wow. Yeah, I'm like, I want to have you come back for more.
We absolutely will come back for more.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that like Dina has her Facebook group where she works with this. I think she must have gotten the message from there.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe I
April, yeah. April, did I join? I guess that you found it through the Sophia Book Club group that I started, right?
Yes, you sent it to me.
Oh, I didn't even remember.
Yeah, you sent it to me, so I was like, interesting. I have to join.
Oh,
So I've really enjoyed it this evening. Thank you.
oh,
Oh,
you're so welcome. I'm so happy. I'm
welcome.
so happy that you like joined my life.
Thank you. And may I also put in my website here just so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I work with I think the most important thing at this point that I work with is the clearing of the Akashic records for all light workers that are on their journey so that they can come out of their karmic baggage and go into their higher timelines, which I think is so important at this point that we do that. So.
Yeah, I thank you. I'm loving that you have so much clarity on like your mission too. It's great, and I look forward to receiving a clearing with you.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to that. And that's how the conversation started.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, by the way. But yeah, no, that's beautiful. Yeah, totally. I know April, I'm introducing April to a lot of different people lately.
Wow.
Yes.
So so glad. Do you have anything else you'd like to add or ask? Or I can also show you, this is the book, Sophia
I
Code.
wrote it down. I wrote it down when you showed me the first time. I went through and wrote it down. Yes.
Okay, great. Awesome.
I've always got something to write on.
I love that. Yeah. Oh, what did I do? Yeah, did you have any questions or anything you wanted to ask?
No, I don't see any questions, but I may be reaching out to you. Now, how did you say your name again? Mira?
Oh,
Mira?
my hair. Yes.
My
Yes.
hair. My hair. Okay. I'll have to remember that. Yeah. I'll look at your website and yeah, definitely. Okay.
Yay. Well, awesome. And well, it's funny because as I was reading like out loud and she mentioned the tree, I
Uh-huh.
was like, oh my God, I just do this tree.
Mhm.
Yeah, it does look like it, doesn't it? It's like,
Yeah. And it's a yew tree she mentioned, right? And
yes.
yew tree, and I need to look that up, by the way. But like then you were talking about integrity,
Mm-hmm.
and then you were like, so I feel like everything is like coming full cycle, and this is also, I feel like, the cycle of life, right?
Right. The
And
cycle of light. Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, so it's like, we're seed, we grow into a tree, and then a fruit falls down. It's like, and I just feel like understanding the cycle of life and like harvesting and the seasons, I feel like the sacredness of all it is, and the symbolism and the synchronicities, and like noticing the numbers and the symbols, and like it's wild.
Mhm.
And I've yet to start really decoding my light codes, and that's something that I'm now welcoming in. So I just had someone ask me to help them learn how to decode their light language, and I'm like, okay,
I would be asking you the same thing. There we go. You have two people learning from you now.
yeah. And honestly, I think I'm going to be learning on you know, like, you know how sometimes like people like learn as they teach.
Mhm.
Like, I still am learning how to decode my own symbols. So we'll see how that goes.
I'm sure that's how we all learn, right? That's just our process. A lot of us who are teachers, we learn by teaching. I think that's our best learning.
I know, right? It's like, okay, so how am I going to teach this? Well, I need to learn how am I going to teach it to myself, you know? So I think it's fascinating. But yeah, anyway, so it's just really interesting, all these codes coming. Well, I know I promised you we would finish around 8-ish. So I want to honor your time, and I look forward to connecting. And I, you know what, I don't have to like stop recording. Hold on. And for anyone watching this, you know, if you have any comments, I'm going to post this on YouTube. If you have any comments, if that's okay, do you mind if I post this on YouTube?
No, not at all. I just wanted to add on, there is a video I just put in from one of my YouTube channelings about the divine feminine. I think
Really?
this crew will really appreciate this particular video. For
Let's see
those of
that.
you and anyone else watching, it's Fire Bearer Wellness. But there is a video about the divine feminine, and it was completely channeled. And I feel like this is a certain archetype, and we come with our own specific set of, like I said, specific DNA encoding, where we light up through our presence, through our work, others. And then when we learn to do that without, by keeping our power intact and without, you know, we come into our fullest capacity, like not just by allowing people to suck on our light, but by truly being the light workers that we are. And so those wounds and how to work with them and how to handle them, this one time the channeling came through, so I thought,
I'm excited. I'll totally watch that after we get off this call. And so I look forward to connecting with you both, and we'll connect on, maybe I'll do like I'll stop recording, and then I'll state what I wanted to say. Hold on.